Today on Vallo News, do you have travel plans this Thanksgiving? We'll update you on why you need to plan for heavy delays whatever way you are traveling.
And over the weekend, President Biden visited Arlington Cemetery in honor of Veterans Day. CNN Jen Sullivan fills you in on all the day's festivities.
Plus, do you have unpaid parking tickets you want to get out of? UMPD's parking wars begin today. We'll tell you all you need to know to save your hard-earned cash. Vallo News starts right now. Hello and welcome to Vallo News. I'm Steve Haymond.
And I'm Cypress Wilkinson. Thanks so much for watching. Whether you're driving or flying, get ready for crowds, heavy traffic, and long lines this Turkey Day.
Vallo News reporter Rachel Rayford has more information on how travel plans are expected to set records this holiday season. Rachel?
AAA says this year's Thanksgiving is going to be the biggest one we've had in several years. We're talking big numbers, and they don't even include the many Americans expected to travel days ahead of the 5-day peak period. Nearly 55.4 million people will be traveling between the Wednesday before Thanksgiving and the Sunday after. That includes upwards of 49 million Americans driving. In the skies, airlines are expecting a record-setting number of passengers over a 2-week period, including the weekend before Thanksgiving and the Monday or Tuesday after. Together, American, Delta, and United Airlines expect to fly over 20 million passengers to their destinations this holiday season. Reporting live for Vallo News, I'm Rachel Rayford. Back to you, Steve.
Thanks, Rachel. Last Saturday, Veterans Day was observed across the country to honor military service members.
Arlington Cemetery holds a special ceremony every year celebrating veterans with performances and a wreath laying at the tomb of the unknown soldier. Jen Sullivan recaps the day's events.
Honoring military service members.
Today, we celebrate and honor the men and women who have served this nation in uniform.
Veterans Day marked by celebrations and somber moments of remembrance. Events at Arlington Cemetery being held on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, marking the end of World War I on this date in 1918.
We gather in this sanctuary of sacrifice to pause, to pay tribute.
Earlier in the day, in a more intimate setting, President Biden spoke to those who served and to those who have lost loved ones who served.
I know how hard it is for you.
It's an issue that's close to the president's heart. His son, Beau, was exposed to toxic burn pits while serving in Iraq and later died of brain cancer. Biden has said he believes there may have been a connection.
I know the black hole that leaves in the middle of your chest, it feels like you may get sucked into it and not come out.
According to the Defense Department, there were more than 2 million U.S. service members last year and nearly 19 million living veterans, according to the recognized Veterans Service Organization.
Americans will pause today and remember the countless contributions of our nation's veterans.
A day to never forget those who fought for freedom. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Turning to campus news, UMPD parking wars will begin today and end Monday, November 27th. Parking Wars is a way to help yourself or a fellow Falcon resolve a parking citation. A select number of faculty members have been given golden tickets. Students who have received a parking citation and want to waive those fees can approach any faculty member and ask if they have the ticket. They will be required to say yes. You can visit the UMPD Facebook page for more info. Students are invited to schedule a professional photo shoot Tuesday at the Peterson House. If you need to get your face in front of a potential employer, you can schedule your headshot through University Marketing and Communications. There is no charge.
The UM chapter of the Broadcast Education Association held a pop-up event on Thursday night to give students the chance to network with professionals working in social media. Vallo News reporter MK Bryant gives us a closer look at the event.
UM's BEA chapter hosted their Pop and Drop event alongside Lambda Pi Eta, the Communication Studies Honor Society. The event opened with a Q&A about BEA with Professor Kaylee Martin and Elijah Knight, BEA's Comm Studies delegate.
Our communication studies delegate for BEA, Elijah Knight, actually said, hey, the point of the delegate is to make sure all the majors feel represented within BEA. He came to us and he said, hey, we really need to do a social media event so that communication studies students can get more involved in BEA.
The event consisted of 3 separate panels with guest speakers, including Julia Davis, Maggie Jo Benson, Jamie Haas, and Eric Sanio-Cincio.
They're all alumni. Most of them are people that I know, or in the case of Eric, who was in session 3, I actually didn't know him personally, but I just contacted our alumni office and was like, hey, we're looking for some speakers who are mass comm or communication studies majors working in social media. And they said, oh, you should talk to Eric. He works, here. But they also sent me an entire list of alumni. So I kind of got to look through and see who would be fun to have come for the panel.
UM social media manager Maggie Jo Benson shared the importance of students being able to network with professionals in their chosen fields.
It gives them a more hands-on, real-world application for what they're actually learning in class. So we can learn theory all day in class, but until you talk to someone who's actually lived it and applied it, it's not going to resonate the same way.
In the lobby of Strong Hall, students could pick up these flyers explaining the benefits of joining BEA. BEA offers students multiple opportunities like specialized scholarships and the possibility of attending the yearly BEA conference in Las Vegas. Following the event, students were welcome to stay in the lobby for a Friendsgiving meal put on by the Department of Communication.
That was MK Bryant reporting. If you're interested in learning more about the UM's BEA chapter, be sure to check them out on Instagram at UMontevallo BEA.
Remember, there's always more news 24/7 on our social media pages.
Just search for Vallo Vision News on Instagram, Facebook, and X for more stories throughout the week.
Still ahead, the Montevallo Christmas Parade is coming up soon, when you can enjoy this holiday tradition.
Plus, a possible Taylor Swift-Travis Kelce relationship hard launch. All the trailer updates you need are coming up next. We'll be right back.
Create your future as a social media manager, filmmaker, journalist, and so much more with a degree in communication studies and mass communication. Visit montevallo.edu/COFA for more information. You belong at Montevallo.
Hello, and welcome back to Vallo Vision News. With the actors' strike ending recently, there was a slew of Hollywood news this week. Here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
We're searching for soldiers for a fight against the Mother World.
I could help you. For a small fee, obviously.
The official trailer is out for Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. Sofia Boutella stars as a woman with a mysterious past, leading a group of unlikely revolutionaries against a tyrant and his troops. The epic adventure from Zack Snyder, director of 300, Man of Steel, and Army of the Dead, debuts on Netflix December 22nd. Part 2, The Scargiver, is due out next April.
Lady, we should be out there snacking on bad guys.
The SAG-AFTRA strike may be over, but future films are still being delayed. Venom 3, the follow-up to 2021's Venom Let There Be Carnage, was scheduled to reach theaters next July. But just as the strike was ending, Sony pushed the movie back 4 months to November 8, 2024. The first 2 Venom movies were also autumn releases. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
In Buenos Aires, on Sunday, Taylor Swift formally hard-launched her relationship status with Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. Throughout her concert, she acknowledged his presence by subtle points in his direction, and during her last song, Karma, she even gave him a shout-out. Her unexpected lyric change sent fans into screeching shock throughout the stadium.
Karma is the guy on the Chiefs.
Since her not-so-subtle nod to Kelsey, her song Karma has climbed the charts. On Saturday, the track was sitting at spot 199 on the iTunes charts, and by Sunday, it was sitting at spot 15. So, did you see that little PDA at the end of her concert?
I sure did.
You did?
I sure did.
And what did you feel? What did you think of it?
I don't know, man. It makes me happy. I saw the footage of his face when she made those lyrics, and he just looked so in love. Like, he just, you love to see love. I don't know. It makes me happy. And I feel like a lot of people were saying it was all social media, but they seem in love, don't they?
Oh no! And Papa Swift was there. We saw him.
He was hanging with Papa Swift.
Oh yeah, and he was excited too.
He was. So,
it was good.
I ship it.
Me too. And finally, sleigh bells will ring down Main Street on Thursday, November 30th, when the Montevallo Christmas Parade passes through. The event is organized every year by the Montevallo Chapter of Commerce and features numerous bands, floats, and dance teams from the surrounding community. Before the parade begins, stop by the Christmas tree lighting ceremony at 5:30 p.m. on the post office lawn, where the winners of the 7th annual Holiday Window Decorating Contest will be announced.
Remember, there's always more news from our team of reporters on our website. Visit ValloVisionNews.com to see more stories from UM throughout the week. That's all the time we have for today's show.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in Wednesday for an episode of The Buzz.